Well, hello everyone and welcome back. It's the Summit 3 presented by Gigabyte. We are in the America Qualifier Phase 2. It's Day 3, and today we got all lower bracket action. I'm KotLGuy, that's GoDz, that's Shagbark. We're beyond the Summit. All right, GoDz, welcome back to America.
Oh, we're going to see some teams get knocked out today. This is it. We're getting close, though, step by step.
It's time to get them out. We got to start filtering through who's ready to play with the big boys and who has got to go and, well, shape up their game. And today we got a nice little set of matches here. Our first one's going to be Voidboys taking on Wheel. Voidboys made their way through Phase 1, doing some upsets along the way. I believe they took out Summoner's Rift, which was Demon Squad, and then they made it through Pain Gaming. That was also considered an upset, and then they got promptly knocked down.
Didn't they also beat Tinker? Were they the ones to beat Tinker?
I think
someone beat Tinker.
I got the stuff right here. We can look it over here in just a moment.
I remember a certain Pat Soul Twitter account going off at Bulba. I don't know which of his many Twitter accounts it was, whether it was his fake one or his real one, but
no, you are right indeed. Okay. In Phase 1, first they battled past Summoner's Rift. They 2-0'd Summoner's Rift, the Demon Squad. Then they moved on to play Tinker. And I believe Black was not playing on the Tinker at the time. It was Ush who stood in for them. It was still a heavy favorited squad. Well, Voidboys took them out 2-1, so that's how they got their qualifying spot into Phase 2. And then into Phase 2, they went toe-to-toe against Not Today. They did get 2-0'd, and that's where they got knocked down, now facing Wheel. Wheel, they went against Team Leviathan, and they got 2-0'd. Leviathan looked really good. They had just recently moved into a gamer house, and, well, for their first round match, they looked pretty sharp. But now we got to find out which of these two teams is going to be going home and which team's going to be moving on for another chance to make it here at the house.
Now,
all right.
I'm a bit less familiar with the NA Dota. These two teams, quite a bit here or there of them. What do we expect? Like, whose favorites coming in? Who's taking this series, or at least who is the edge?
Well, if we're going based on history, the head-to-head matchup right now between Voidboys and Wheel, these teams have a little bit of history going against each other. 12 matches total. 10 of those matches have been won by Wheel. So technically, Wheel are coming into this the favorites, but it's Voidboys, it's Pat Soul, the man, the myth, the legend. You really never know what the hell they can pull out. This team has been notoriously known for stomping through matchmaking, and it's been really frustrating to most of the NA scene. You get, like, what they call fake hype around this Pat Soul. A lot of people were frustrated with Pat Soul, you know, calling them tryhards and stuff, but they know how to play when it's needed, but they definitely need to shake off their, you know, more recent performances here. And, well, same goes for Wheel with their recent stand-in and acquirement. It's IX Mike, GoDz. You can't have a Dota match in NA without IX Mike turning up somewhere, and now he's on Team Wheel.
one team. This guy just loves Dota. That's what I like about Mike. It's like you can't take the Dota out of Mike. Like you can try and kick him, try and put him down, but he will just keep coming back because you can't keep him away from Dota 2. And, well, here he is. Draft underway. Let's go. Wheel versus Voidboys. Just one best of 3 and one team going home.
GoDz, it's Dota, and you can't have Dota without Troll being in there. So there he is, and believe it or not, Voidboys get the illustrious duo of the two biggest tirades in the pub scene, Sniper and Troll side by side. Wheel made the risk to do a respect ban, I guess, on the Pat Soul / Beyond Storm Spirit, and they also got rid of Axe, so they risk allowing them to pick these two pickups up. And then their own response, they get Juggernaut and Earthshaker here. It's interesting to see them kind of take priority onto Sleesel's hero first. Normally they get IX Mike's offlaner right off the bat. If they don't have access to Bat Rider, usually they'll go for like a Clockwork right away, and then if they can't get the Bat Rider, they'll grab that up. So it's interesting to see them kind of put off Mike's hero here.
And there's offlanes being banned out. Spirit Breaker, Axe, Phoenix, Bat. There's much more limited pool for that offlane. The Clockwork you mentioned is still there, but like the Mike Classic is gone, and the Bat Rider. The Spirit Breaker I think was kind of one of those heroes that you're scared of versing, because with a Troll Battle Trance on your side, suddenly Spirit Breaker goes from being just an initiating kind of tanky hero to actually being a bit of a carry as well. So
yeah,
I like the Spirit Breaker ban, but yeah, still Wheel are kind of limited for their offlane here.
So we'll now have to see what the true late game and core potential is for Voidboys. That's the risk you take when you can't help but pass on getting these two picks, is you kind of see the game plan right out there first and foremost. So now Voidboys need to build around this, while Wheel can kind of take their time to see what they're dealing with here. They do already have the Earthshaker. Wheel are notoriously known for sneaking in an Omni Knight from time to time, and it's even been worthy of a respect ban from a lot of these teams. So we might see that come out here, and, well, along the way, they're going to be banning out the Vengeful Spirit. The ban on the Phoenix is pretty interesting because I know Mike doesn't play a lot of Phoenix. I've never really seen him play Phoenix in any match, even like when he does his like pub play when I happen to gander in. He's done like a lot of Doom there, but Phoenix doesn't really to be, you know, it's not really something they go for. So
and
that's
even look at their two heroes. This is like the anti-Phoenix heroes as far as the Supernova goes.
Yeah, bring them on. Why not, right? Yeah. We'll chop down that egg, no problem. So that is a bit awkward, but now Wheel, they pick up Lion. Can't hate on that. Probably one of the best supports you can ask for. You know, great initiation, insta-hex that even a BKB holder can fear for, and then, of course, the burst potential on top of it. So great stuns already between Earthshaker and Lion. This is looking pretty cookie-cutter start for Wheel. Nice, solid, rounded lineup. Can't really hate much about it, I guess.
Yeah, it's all around solid. I think the Omni Knight would have been great with Guardian Angel against the physical damage, except hard to fit in when you've already got the Earthshaker. Having like a Earthshaker Omni as your two supports is just a bit too weak in the laning stage where Troll Sniper can dominate. So we'll see Will just kind of hide their last two remaining core heroes. You don't know the Mike hero. You don't know who's going mid for Relic just yet. So Voidboys probably kind of showing a bit more of their cards right now with the Troll and the Sniper as their two pickups early on.
Yeah, so as far as what they want to do, Rubik seems to be something that stands out. Rubik can definitely take a lot from Lion and Earthshaker and even the Jug, but they're going to go a bit more defensive here. Now they got these two precious cores and, you know, more the frail Sniper, just in case they do want to move close quarters. I'm really surprised. We'll better get like this Clockwork here. I mean, they're going to get a Sniper. I mean, it just seems like a no-brainer you want to get a Clockwork. I'm surprised they passed on the opportunity here, and I'm just as surprised Voidboys didn't ban it out. I mean, it's IX Mike, for God's sakes. He has like an 80% win rate with Clockwork in pro play. It boggles my mind that it's been passed altogether from both sides, but we'll see. They could end up grabbing it here, but yeah. So Dazzle, pretty defensive, and you know, just want to make sure you're there for your Sniper in case trouble does come.
Yeah, solid, great backing up the Sniper if he gets jumped on the Troll if he's just manning up in the front line. So I think in a lot of ways it's a just good versatile support that doesn't really give away too much, and also just good with the weave against Juggernaut, who's going to be packing a decent amount of right-click damage to go with him. So Will now, fourth pick. I'm with you. I think Clockwork works just fine here. You've got Mike, and you need an offlaner. The offlane pool is just limited as it is, so I'm not really seeing any of offlaners that really kind of
outside of that's like Tidehunter maybe. Yeah. Tidehunter, Doom, or like the other go-tos for Mike. But Clockwork is just tantalizing right there. It's dangling in front of him. Like, what would really stop you from grabbing it here? They could risk that. They could still go for something like a Rubik on Voidboys, which is typically good against the Clockwork, but I think just the benefits of a Clockwork in this kind of game, and you're on Radiant's side, you can use the Rocket, you can get the extra vision. I know Voidboys are going to be considering Roche because they got the Dazzle, a little bit of minus armor there, give him a Medallion, and suddenly you got a solid Roche lineup already on top of a Troll who could do it himself, but Queen of Pain going to be picked up here from Wheel, and it looks like it's possibly going to be an off lane, or maybe mid. It could still be mid, but wow. Okay, Voidboys get Void. For name's sake, they go right for it. Usually they reserve their Pat Soul pickup for the end. I mean, technically it could be an off lane Void, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it's actually got to be now with the Sniper Troll.
This is disgusting though, GoDz. Faceless Void, Troll Warlord, Sniper.
Yeah,
he puts down a Chronosphere. Someone in there's gonna die. It's ridiculous. The move speed he gets just from the Troll Warlord Ultimate, and Sniper's gonna be on the outside. Oh, they better have something. They better have something to save him.
And you imagine the last pick support is gonna be something which packs some good magic nuke damage to go with the Chronosphere. Skywrath a good band, but there's still Lich, there's still Ancient Apparition,
Witch Doctor as well.
Yeah,
I know the ward doesn't work in the Chrono, but you can still make it work from the outside, and he offers range and. Oh man, that looks really good, and yeah, Queen of Pain. It more than likely going to be the mid here for Relic. I do like the respect ban earlier. Voidboys got rid of the Wind Ranger. Relic had been doing a lot of work with that Wind Ranger as of recent, and other than that, maybe Lena was something he could have toyed with a bit. But yeah, Queen of Pain offers that gap closing against someone like Sniper, which you definitely need. But they're going to reserve their IX Mike offlaner pick for the end here. So final ban has got to be something. Mike does not play Brood from what I've seen. So interesting ban there. Clockwork is still out there.
Yeah, Clockwork style. I was looking through the hero polls, like what else could it be? And the two that kind of stood out was maybe a Bristleback or a Magnus as two potential offlaners. Magnus with Empower on it. Juggernaut's pretty solid and gives you a good kind of blink initiation to maybe catch the Sniper, the Troll, and an OP, lock them down. So I like the idea of a Magnus. The Bristleback I'm not sold on. Although I think it could be just pretty good as a kind of tanky frontliner. But
it's weird that they even banned out the Spirit Breaker. Wheel did, because that's an IX Mike hero. You know,
I think it's scary. I mentioned a bit before. The Battle Trance Spirit Breaker is really potent.
Yeah,
like that. As
Why
much
not
as
just
you may
take it
want
for yourself, then, you know?
Yeah, they could have.
Bristleback, though. Okay, so what looks like an IX Mike Bristleback get up here. Can't really offer a lot if he's stuck on the outside of a Chrono, except some occasional quills. Got your minus armor. I mean, you got your meat now, your frontliner, who can soak in a lot of the damage that they're dishing out, but I don't know. Is there something about this Bristleback that he can bring to the table that something like that Clockwork couldn't? He still will have a hard time getting a hold of a sniper.
He's more of like a fighter early on, as far as just being dishes out a lot more damage, I guess. Can actually kind of face roll a bit more than a Clockwork can. Clockwork is more cooldown dependent on his ultimate, and even then it's like he can initiate in, but he's very reliant on his team to back him up, provide some extra damage there. Bristleback is just going to be kind of the meat as well as the damage if he needs to be, if he gets the farm.
All right, well, peculiar stuff. By the way, the last pick for Voidboys was another defensive support grab in the Abaddon. We haven't seen this hero too much as of recent. It's a hero I bring up with this new, like the new rise of this popular strength Morphling. He could be one of those quick go-tos, but in this kind of a matchup, it just seems like Voidboys are going to be going very defensive early on to make sure they can secure a lot of early farm and an early push for their cores to really thrive in the late game, because just based on paper, Voidboys got this late game. I mean, it feels like now the pressure's on Wheel to really make a big impact early on in the laning phase so that they can look to snowball up and really prevent Voidboys from getting anything down the road. But regardless, Gods, we'll just have to see how they execute. I think that's what's going to be most important from both sides. But I'll lead off introductions here. Radiant side, we got Wheel, Wreck, Waltz, Whistling. We'll just call him Wheel because that's a mouthful. But bottom lane, we got Sleesel. He's going to be playing your core role. If it's not Jug, if it's not Troll, you know, it's going to be one of the couple. He's got his Juggernaut here. Nearby, we got Goody, also known as Fanasoyon. He's going to be playing your Lion. We got Relic, the Arteezy Slayer. He's going to be playing your Queen of Pain. Derp on your support Earthshaker, and that will leave IX Mike playing your Bristleback in the off lane.
Okay, well, Dire side, we have got Voidboys, the Tinker Slayers here in the Summit 3. We've got Pat Sol on the Troll Warlord. We've got Omega Pona playing the support Dazzle. Beyond going to be going mid on the Sniper. Down bottom, Fly on the support Abaddon. And your offlaner is going to be Mercy Please on the Faceless Void.
And Mercy Please sporting that Battle Fury cosmetic here. And this is a team that is very interchangeable with what they can play. And they're changing it up here, not your usual Pat Sol Faceless Void. So he's going to be able to hold his own here. Goody's going to try his best, I'd imagine, to try to zone back this Void, prevent him from getting a whole lot, but they're going to be rolling with dual lanes here, it looks like, from Voidboys, so it shouldn't be too hard for him to get the most out of it. In fact, it looks like both sides somewhat dual lanes, with the exception that Derp on this Earthshaker kind of doing the thing we see from most teams, just kind of dancing around the mid lane, and really just trying to stay in the dark so he can surprise anyone, which it looks like mid lane he might go for possibly Beyond, if not just Jungle Scout.
Yeah, I think he's may wait for a bit more damage to be done and for Beyond to push things out, but he could catch Sniper by surprise. Sniper doesn't know he's up here too, so good early game play from the Earthshaker. Did the one fissure block at top to help Mike out in his lane, although Mike is taking a lot of damage up there already with the Poison Touch and the Troll right clicks, but this Earthshaker may come out soon and catch Beyond by surprise.
Yeah. Mike does have 8 tangos in a salve, so he's got plenty of regen. But now they're making the move. Ooh, wrong side of the fissure, though. Still connects with the Shadow Strike. Wants to get off as much auto attacks as possible, forcing him to chew through those tangos. But you could even see there the quick reaction TP, and I believe that was from Fly. Yeah. I wager both their supports. I mean, I'll look at Dazzle here. He's got to get a TP as well, just in case something that like that breaks out. You can be there at a moment's notice to help out with a quick Shallow Grave or with a quick shield and a miscoil. They're going to be really on high alert to make sure that when a gank does come from Wheel, which they'll probably be looking for, they'll be ready.
And this is still good play from Wheel. Like, you don't get the kill there, but you force Sniper to bring out a salve. You're putting a lot of pressure on him. You force out a TP to cancel from Fly. This is still play that's working to their advantage, even if they don't get the kill. And it was like a slightly half a second off with the fissure, not getting him on the right side. So for Wheeler, just keep the pressure up. This gives all your... It kind of makes all the other lanes a little bit easier. Mike can get a bit more out of his lane. Your safe lane farming Sleazel Juggernaut can get a bit more, and it's going to just force Voidboys to worry a lot about Beyond at mid.
Earthshaker's still in the area here. Not looking to make anything easy for this Sniper. I mean, Relic's been able to benefit. He's got the early CS lead here because of the pressure that's been built up on this Sniper, but he's going to look to try to use that in probably go on some adventures soon. Bring in those kills, snowball on your Queen of Pain, and really try to be a big pain in the ass, if you will. So Fly's also just kind of hanging out here at the bottom, knows that this Lion looking to do the pull, bring the Equilibrium under the tower to the benefit of Sleesel and his Jug. No surprise there. I wager they're going to give more farm priority rather to this Lion just so that he can get his Blink Dagger first. Getting that kind of initiation is very crucial against this team. We could eventually get those kind of BKBs, and well, when you really want to get a hold of that pesky little sniper.
The Earthshaker is all about the Fissure for the majority of the game until you get 30 plus minutes. You don't really... I mean, the Echo Slam is you'll use for a solo kill, but you're not thinking, okay, we've got to get this 15-minute Blink Dagger up, so... Early game seems to be kind of slowing down a bit now. Earthshaker's still lurking around the mid lane. The Jug getting his farm on. Not quite on par with the Troll, who's actually getting complete free farm. And Mike's taking a lot more pressure at the top lane. And he's got his boots up, so he shouldn't be going down to this duo. But
they're going to try to keep him in check here. He's getting a little bit too much free XP, but when you don't really have a tri-lane to zone back this Bristle, he'll still be able to get close enough. He's about to hit level 4 at the 3-minute 30-second mark, and we put that in comparison to Mercy Please. He's about the same as far as experience. Last hit-wise, he's 16-4 while Mike is 8-0, so Void is definitely getting a lot out of this offlane right now.
That's a lot of
very
farm.
Good for him. Very good for him.
Considering he's only got the Abaddon support, who's not really zoning anyway, he's just offering maybe some heals, and the Abaddon spent a lot of time mid lane. That is really good for your Faceless Void.
Oh, Mike is so slow here. That poison, that level 2 already, he can barely get away, and they are just constantly dishing out. Just between the Troll and the Shadow Priest, they can dish out some serious slow, and it didn't even look like Mike had boots there. That was just a bit out of control, so they get out some good right-click damage, forcing him to use more of that early regen. And they might need to consider building up some stacks, which, hey, for Wheel, they actually already have 2. It looks like Earthshaker has been lingering in the area and building up those ancient stacks so Mike can get it. Some teams usually know and anticipate Bristleback doing this, and they'll put a ward at that ancient stack just so they can kind of get an idea what's going on. Voidboys don't have that right now.
Yeah. Both teams with some slight ancient stacks going their way. Top lane Mike may give up first blood. He's going to go down. Pat Sol with the phase boots pickup dives to tier 1, and that's... well, a good start for the Voidboys.
Very good start. And of all people to get it, it's the Troll too. So Pat Sol takes his winnings, runs right back towards the top lane, now level 5. And Phase Boots just gives him that extra bit of damage, extra bit of move speed to really close the gap and get to the Bristle.
The other big thing is just this 2 points in Poison Touch. You kind of mentioned it, not your everyday Dazzle build. Normally it's just maybe the one value point for the Harass, but after that you max out the Shadow Wave, even prioritize the Grave, but going for 2, maybe even a 3rd point, doing a lot of damage up top with it.
Maybe just because they already have someone like Abaddon to be the paramedic to show up and help out, Dazzle can feel a little bit more free to go aggressive with his build. So that kind of does make sense. And they're not really threatened in that lane either. It's not like the Bristle should be able to get a hold of him and take him down with that much slow. So they can just easily kite him. Well, back action mid lane. Derp gets out the fissure. Blink in, screams. Sonic Wave flies. Oh, the heal, though, as Fly does show up, and they might be able to turn this around. He's got the shield. It will pop. Derp very low. Goes down. Oh, disaster gank mid lane. Oh, quick reaction comes out from Voidboys, and thank God for Fly there as he helps out the sniper, and they end up turning it around, making it 2 for none at what was a wheel gank attempt.
That, yeah, not Fly as well comes in just the right time. Then Omega Pona as well with his heal. Not just the one, but the 2 defensive supports, and even though it was a Dazzle with prioritization on the Poison Touch, he can still offer some good defensive play, and well, that really puts Wheel in a tough spot. Now they've given up kills on their mid lane and their Queen of Pain, who's meant to be kind of dominating the lane as well as their off lane, and you've only got your Jug down bottom kind of farming and doing well, but he hasn't really been able to beat the Faceless Void.
Ooh. They tried to get Mercy Please. Goody wanted to sneak in. If he got off a quick stun, maybe Sleesel could have snuck in with an Omni Slash to finish him off, but he does get the Time Walk off and will not be caught out. So they are still looking to get their first kill on the board as Wheel. Level 6 is coming online, could make it a bit easier, but now they're making a move on to Derp. He could be in trouble. Beyond needs like one more auto attack and then maybe the Assassinate, but not going to be able to get it. He pulls back, but it does force the Earthshaker away. Into the top lane, it looks like, because Mike needs help. Oh, he goes down. Okay. Mike gets caught again. Fissure on the return, but Pat Sol will be able to walk out just fine. Oh, rough start right now for Wheel. Voidboys off to a excellent start here.
Yeah, every lane going better than kind of expected. Your sniper is kind of caught up. He's behind by about 10 CS, but the fact he's got kills, assists, and Queen of Pain has died, this lane's going better than it should. You've got 2 kills on the Bristleback. Void hits level 6, has 28 CS. This is just as good as you could ever hope for. And Mercy Please is maybe going to be calling for a gank soon to try and use this Chronosphere to find a pick off somewhere.
Yeah, they definitely have plenty of potential to do it. In fact, I mean, even just him alone, plus you got to put on top of the Troll Ultimate, now online and ready. He only really needs a +1 to get the job done, so we'll see how long he has to wait for it here. But this is just pressure for Wheel, and what already looks like a thriving late-game experience for Voidboys. They need to try to take them down a peg, and GoDz, I can't help feel like the pressure's on someone like Relic here on the Queen of Pain. I mean, his first gank attempt there on the mid lane was not successful, and maybe he's persistent on trying to make it happen again here. But they have to look to get something done.
Yeah, they need to, I guess, bring kind of what they did before and hope it just execute better with the Earthshaker coming in. It's always going to be tough because of those supports. They need like that high ground ward vision where they can see who's sitting behind the sniper, where are the Abaddon and the Dazzle, are they sitting behind or are they somewhere else on the map? And as soon as they kind of find out where those heroes are, then you kind of go on someone elsewhere on the map. If they're protecting mid, you try and go on the Troll. If they're protecting top, go on the sniper.
Well, it looks like Relic sharing some of his bottle there with Derp. Derp will bottle up that illusion rune there at the top lane. Now looking over the net with Petzl at the top, but both Relic and Sleesel right behind here. And they are just itching at the chance to use these level 6s, I'd imagine. Both Sleesel and, oop, Goody. They try to get a hold of Mercy Please, but the second he sees the lion approach, he just plays it safe and time walks away. But just when you think that they'd be able to maybe get a jump on him, Fly seems to always be there waiting in the wings just in case. Yeah, really doing a nice job being that nearby medic.
His positioning's just been so good this game. Doesn't have a TP scroll, so Sniper at mid has to be a bit careful, but there is a TP on the Dazzle, so he could TP in with a potential Grave, and beyond then can maybe go for like a Grave TP play if he's kept alive. There's not going to really be anything to cancel the TP, because to go for a gank on mid lane, they're going to have to lead with a Fissure, so chances are he gets out of there if there is a Grave.
Looks like Sniper is about to finish out his phase boots. Already has the Aquila together.
Time walking bottom lane. They got the Chrono and Goody just to kill a Lion, but they'll take it. That's your early game Chronospheres. You just solo kill. Even as support, it's still worth it for Mercy Please.
Yep. Easy peasy. No problem. And they even used the Troll Ultimate there to help him out. So no Mask of Madness even required to get that extra few bumps in there, and your Lion doesn't really stand a chance. 5-0 now. Voidboys off to a very clean start here. Wheel gotta look to try to turn this one around. Mike has his power treads and a bottle. He is beefing up quite nice, so if they are to kind of make fisticuffs, your Bristleback could get out some good damage here. That could even surprise some of these weaker supports on the side of Voidboys, but then again, they got all that healing and sustain power. It just seems like a tough cookie to crack here for Wheel, but okay. Sleesel gets a freebie there. Clashes with a Batten at the bottom rune, and he just hits the R button. Doesn't take much work there. But hey, they finally get on the board.
That works, I guess. It's not a huge kill. The Radiant Observer Ward kind of setting that one up, but for Juggernaut, it boots up his farm a bit. For the Abaddon, he's level 5. He's doing well enough. It doesn't really hurt Voidboys more than it just helps Sleesel a little bit. So he's got a good Ancient stack that he's kind of set up for his team. Mike already farmed the Radiant Ancient stack, so his recoveries kind of come from that. But you compare that to Voidboys, who haven't even invested the time to bring down their Ancient stack and will be able to do so later on with the Troll Sniper. They'll have a lot more farm coming their way.
They have that ward, which gives you that little glimmer if Voidboys wanted to do that Ancient stack. So we could see if Wheel want to oppose it if it happens here. But look at Omega Poner, man. He is in the Wheel secret shop eyeballing this top lane Earthshaker, who's still a little bit behind as far as levels and just farm potential. So he seems like a pretty succulent, easy pick-off here for him. And now the rotation comes from behind as Omega Poner doesn't want to be in that awkward spot. So looks like they rotate about, just a harassing Fissure, helping Derp Derp get the farm, and looks like some solo XP time to get towards that level 6 Echo Slam at least. Yeah.
But with the Troll Dazzle here, this may just be a tier 1 tower. I don't really see any way to defend this without rotating and bringing in more heroes. Mike is on his way through the shop, so it looks like they won't. Oh, they're going to go for this one. Glyph on cooldown. The Fissure and...
Oh, it's a good block. Petzl stuck in a corner right here. Mike moves forward. No goo yet picked up from Mike. He's got to do it the old-fashioned way. Relic comes in, gets a nice sonic wave from behind. Petzl's in trouble. Dazzle uses the Grave on himself, so he runs away, fearing that he would have been brought down, but he does lose the Troll. Big grab there. It ends up being a 1-for-1 as bottom lane, it's Goody who ends up going down to Mercy Please.
Another Chronosphere coming out. So second Chronosphere, second Lion kill.
I'm watching. Action's going to be happening everywhere. Cecil going toe-to-toe with Mercy Please here on the bottom. Top lane, it looks like they might be making a move onto the tower itself. Looks like the Time Walk will be used, and we'll check out top lane here as it's the two supports for now ringing around the tower. Wheel wanted to have an opportunity to pounce, but looks like they're not going to find it. So they pull back and away, and it's going to be a sweet little DD rune now picked up from Relic on the top of the river.
That was a nice gank top lane. They set things up so they could kill the troll by the Queen of Pain blinking forward, going on the Dazzle, force the Dazzle to self-grave.
See ya, Sniper.
Nice.
Sleesel makes easy work again with the Omni Slash, this time level 2. Just a guaranteed one-hit punch right there onto your Sniper. Good pick for them. Maybe they can follow it up with an objective here, or at least add some pressure on this mid-tier 1.
Sleezel's just getting great farm. He's just made that nice smooth transition into farming and pushing out the lane into the jungle. That phase, Mask of Madness, Ring of Aquila, Quelling Blade, jungle farm. I mean, combined with the lane farm. And
look at this.
well,
They might see this stack and like, oh, I'll take this. Mike moves in. It's like my stack now. Oh, this is a big steal. How much gold are we talking here, man? They are just breaking the bank with this one.
good 1,500 gold or so. It looks like Mike is going to get kind of low off of this, but it's done
Here's
pretty
the ward,
safely.
though.
Yeah, get the Jug Ward and
Oh, man. He's a happy boy. That's a Vanguard pretty much done. And he's going to look to pick it up here. Wow. Big steal right there. Voidboys are going to come around the corner and be like, what the hell just happened? Where'd our creeps go? Oh, no.
They had no vision as well. There was no wards. There was nothing for them to detect that. They smoked to get there. That was just completely undetected. Really nice, sneaky little play coming out from Wheel, and that really gets them, I would say, pulls them ahead. Gold graph is swinging directly upward after that. About a 2,000 gold swing off of that Ancient Steel in the last couple of minutes of play.
That's the closest thing you can get to like a Dota 2 bank heist right
bottom.
there. But
Another
yeah.
Chrono and Lion.
Okay, Lion. See you later. An easy pick for your Void. A TP was coming, but it looks like it was canceled. But regardless, another notch in the Void belt right there.
I don't know if this Lion's going minus with this Gloves of Haste, but he shouldn't be going minus with this Gloves of Haste. No. This is, you just want your Blink as fast as possible. Get some Tranquil Boots along the way, like a Tranquil Boot stick, and then you go your Blink. I'm not sure about the Midas Lion. That's just not a go-to build.
I can agree with that, but maybe he put himself already into that position. He's like, I gotta follow through. 7 seconds, Omni Slash is going to be up as Sleesel pressures the bottom tier 1 tower. Mercy Please is here, but yep, no Chrono, obviously, so he can't really do much to defend. Neither can Fly. Beyond, though, is here, and they're rotating in more, as it looks like the Troll possibly, no Omega Poner coming in from behind, gets the weave off. Sleesel could be in trouble here, trying to slowly run away. Relic and the Earthshaker just out in front, not looking to deploy. Okay, nice spin. Assassin's not going to be able to connect, and they walk away. Yeah. So it does force out a lot of rotations from Voidboys. Mike will take the time to farm up the mid lane, while looks like Goody will push towards that Midas potentially here in the top lane.
So they've forced 5 Voidboys here as bottom lane. If they just farm mid, farm top, they can even let this bottom tier 1 tower go, just try and delay things by just throwing out some spam here and there. This is going to be a good trade for all. They could even theoretically defend this one. It looks like Goody is going to start swinging his way down bottom lane. He's got Finger of Death. Mike has got Vanguard and a Haste Rune bottled up. Yeah, I don't think Voidboys actually want to try and take a fight around that area. And I think they only now scout out their Ancients. Patsol goes in and tries to...
This is what you guys have been doing? Yeah. I thought there were like 4 stacks here. You guys were bragging about all these stacks for me. And now I got these Triceratops. Yeah, screw you. So he'll just take what he can get, but definitely not the big bank that they were anticipating originally. That had been stealing away from your Wheel squad. They want to finish this tier 2 bottom. Another weave flies out. Sleesel gets it. Or technically Faceless Void actually gets a nice deny. And they make their way out. So, steal back right there from Voidboys. But the tower does go down, and that's a big access point that if Wheel wanted to eventually move into Roche, it's just happy to get rid of that tier 1 tower to TP2.
Looks like Wheel are going to play the farming game here, knowing that Jug really can come online later down the track with like a SMY, Skadi, Basher type build, allow him to maybe fight the Troll. And just, he's out farming the Troll. So I feel like the Troll versus Jug is kind of even and just comes down to like who's got the bigger farm advantage. And then you've got Goody with this Midas who's going to start kind of getting a ton of experience, really get towards that level 2, level 3 ulti a lot quicker. And while the blink is slow, he can't really get involved the next 5 minutes as much as he'd like to. It does give him a better kind of position much further down the track.
So Mercy Please on the Void. He's going to go Agnum Scepter here, it looks like. Point booster build up. They're putting a lot around these Chronos, which, you can't really blame them with the team they got. Troll and Sniper, they'll be happy more often than not to have that Chrono ready to go so they can cause destruction. So, and I suppose with the Troll Ultimate, Mask of Madness isn't too necessary as you already benefit from the attack speed of that. It looks like he's just trying to be the one who can be the true initiator for his team. Because as far as initiation goes, that's all they have, is this Void.
Yeah, I think damage-wise, they've got enough. Chronosphere mid lane. Derp may go down during this one. Yay.
Well, that Earth Spike didn't quite connect or not enough to help out. Ooh, Goody eats a big shot right there, so he'll have to step away. But regardless, successful jump right there from Mercy Please to set it up. But
okay. Went for the
Quite
chase,
use it.
but saw a TP.
Oh, nope. Mike walks right into an immediate lock from Mercy Please. Now has to walk away. Relic here and Viz holding off. They're going to get line. Big Sonic Wave flies out. Double kill for Relic. And now they want Fly. Borrow time going to be popping. It already expires. Gets the shield off, trying all he can to get away, but not going to be successful. Patsoul hesitates on being able to engage. And for the first time this game, it's a big fight for Wheel right there as they take down 3. And they lose 1 at the end of it. Only the Lion. Previous to that, Derp did go down, though.
It looked a bit suicidal from Lion, but he got his Impale off on 2 heroes. That double kill for Relic was set up by that really nice Impale from Lion, who was like mana draining with 20 HP or something stupid, but hey, he got the Impale off and managed to get his team that big team fight. So very selfless play coming out from Goody here. And well, his team's going to reward him with 3 kills going their way and even a tier 2 tower that doesn't look like it can be defended. Yeah, it's no Chronosphere for 1 minute.
This is the trouble with the Voidboys lineup when they only have the Void as their true initiator. When Chrono is not up, they don't have a good way to really make a fight happen in their favor. It's more counter-fighting and then making it happen once the Void's ready to go. So really understand why he wants to get that Agnum Scepter, because while it's on cooldown, it's just not as easy. And it looks like that ended up being a deny, right?
No, they didn't. I was just about to say, I was like, tower's destroyed by Radiant.
Okay.
Whoopsie daisy.
Free gold right there for Wheel. And the area where the Roche is becomes a little bit more free and open for Wheel. So we'll have to see if Voidboys look to take it themselves at some point. But for now, they're pushing out this bottom lane. Sleesel's going to be able to go to work on this top tier 1 tower. This is a lot of gold going for Wheel right now. They're pushing past the 5K, getting near that 7,500 mark. So a good overall boost for them.
Yeah, they just seem one step ahead all across the map. They're the ones kind of dictating play, forcing Voidboys to react. And by the time Voidboys react, Wheel have already backed off and have moved somewhere else on the map. So Voidboys have to either react faster, be kind of commit harder, or make something else happen. And right now they're going for that something else. They're going for Roshan. They've kind of snuck their way in here, but here come Wheel. They're smoked up. They're on the way to this Roche pit. They may get here in time to contest this.
Oh, it's close. Roche now down to about a 3rd life. They got to get in there quick if they want to make it happen. Mike's leading out the front, and Mercy Please jumps in, zones the couple back with the Chronosphere, but Sleesel's in there. He's chopping away, now spinning on out. Mike gonna dish out the Quills. Close quarters action. Troll gets the Aegis, but they annihilate the rest. Big Earth Spike, big Sonic Wave again. They take down 4. Here comes Patsoul back from his 2nd life, but he should go down. Does get the Lion before being dropped, and it ends up being a 5. Count it 6 with the Aegis for 1 trade. Wheel get there just in time, and it's a big fight for them.
Whew. I don't know if you want to zone with that Chronosphere. I think you just want to lock down Sleazel before he Omni-Slashes your entire team. That Mask of Madness Omni-Slash just tore apart Voidboys in the pit. They were lucky to finish off Roshan and get the Aegis themselves after all that shredding was done, and just a fantastic fight from Will. Really good heads-up play. As soon as that Battle Trance came out, they were at the mid-tier 1 tower, smoking up, headed directly towards the Ancients and Roshan area. I don't think they quite realized how fast Roshan was going down, but still, they got there in time and made some big plays happen.
And if you just look at the lineup here of Wheel,
Relic.
Oh, gets shot right there on the backhand side. Relic just kind of...
He blinked in, and it was a bit of a derp moment.
Well, BM will be rewarded with a quick grab there, but if you just look over Wheel's lineup, they thrive on congested combat, close quarters. You know, they can really just Omni-Slash, the Quills, Echo Slam, Sonic Wave. If Voidboys get caught in a situation like that, it's so risky. It was a valiant effort, I suppose, with the Chronosphere, but it doesn't stop the 2 big boys, Sleesel and Mike, from making their way in, and it ends up being a real disaster. But now we even things up 11-11 with that sniper pick off there in the top lane. But Wheel, huge as far as net worth, 10K mark now, and pushing on forward.
Yeah, with the farm and the kind of advantage Wheel are getting, nothing even about the state of this game anymore. And Mike's completed Shiver's Guard. He's got level 14. The experience advantage across the core heroes is pretty impressive. The line with the Midas has now got level 11, so 2 points in the Finger of Death. We'll have a Blink Dagger at still a pretty decent time, so... For Wheel, they're going to probably take these last couple tier 2 towers if they want to sometime soon. Relic's got his Orchid, so he can find solo pickoffs. This is just a really nice position to be in for the Radiant squad.
Voidboys have been forced to be really on this buddy-buddy system. All 5 of them kind of been moving as a group here for what feels like the past couple of minutes. Now they're all just going out in a venture towards this top lane, and they're not going to be finding anyone. And while they're all kind of all together, not everyone getting a lot of farm. Most of Wheel are finding farm all over the place. Sleesel continues to just bring in more and more to his own economy. Relic has bounced back, and now he has a Ghost Scepter picked up. So Ghost Scepter, Queen of Pain, just to prevent all that serious physical damage that's coming out from Voidboys.
He actually went before the Orchid, interesting, this game. Like, so he got that just, like, first item after the treads. It's actually really nice because you get good stats from it as well, so it gives you HP, gives you more mana pool. And just early on, if your blinks, you only have level 1 blink early on normally, and that's where, like, a sniper or troll can really right-click you down, so... I like the build and the decision for Relic not to prioritize rushing the Orchid and stopping off at, like, a nice cost-effective item.
So now it looks like Voidboys looking to make their comeback here in the mid-game as they've been hit pretty damn hard. And it looks like Troll is going to be going right for a BKB at this point. Just holding the Morbid Mask for now, but he's already got that Ogre Club and 1k gold saved up. The rest of the Voidboy squad, they're looking to make something happen towards this mid lane. Mercy, please, with Chrono at the ready. Level 2 Chrono. He's been at level 11 for quite a while, it feels like, here, so hasn't really been spending a lot of time for himself. But hey, he does have the Agnum Scepter now, so any chance you get to put it out there, why not, right? The 1 minute cooldown means he'll pretty much have it for any engagement to come.
And playing from behind, you'll use that Chronosphere for a single kill. Even if it's a line, even if it's an Earthshaker, you don't mind getting a solo kill on a support somewhere on the map. It does mean your team have a minute where you're not playing with the Chronosphere, but 1 minute is not all that long.
Uh-oh, Relic crosses paths with Troll, and what do you know? An immediate bash. It's going to force out the Ghost Scepter, and he will be able to walk away. But look at the rest of Voidboys. They're like, get over there now! Go, go, go! Smoke up, blitz towards the bottom lane, but once they see him get away, they change course now, and looks like they might want to scout out near the mid lane. No, they seem a bit indecisive right now as far as
find anything here.
Where they're going to go. And yeah, Wheel seem to be kind of one step ahead with their positioning.
Sleazel's farming. He's feeling very confident that Voidboys are on the other side of the map because he would not be here alone if he could get chronoed and killed. Yeah. So they know exactly where Voidboys are right now.
They have that good ward right over here to watch their entry point into the jungle. So if rotations are to come, they would have at least a little bit of a glimmer to see it. And now as he adds pressure on the tier 2, he'll see some of them pop out there on the bottom lane. And he's like, I'm comfortable here. We'll just trade. You can take our tier 1. I'll take your tier 2. And if you want to race like this, eventually Voidboys are going to have to pull back.
Yep. Already the TP's going to start. They're actually going to try to defend the tier 2 tower. The rainbow comes out. And
yeah, Power Rangers right here.
That's not going to lead to any kills, it looks like. Oh.
Oh, what?
No, you see a bristleback. You think it's a bristleback, but...
there was I didn't see the bristle illusion there. I thought he just really wanted to get those neutrals.
You can't really go for a couple right clicks. Like, you see that, your immediate reaction is like, this is maybe a kill. Let's throw the chrono. So it wasn't...
At least it's a low cooldown. I'll give him that benefit.
No, that was not an awful decision
there. We'll know that he does not have that chrono for at least 30 seconds. So let's go, kids. They're going to push up this top lane here. That is the Voidboys initiation down, and they have some time to work with here. So they're going to keep trucking on forward. Mike is tanking up like crazy. He's got a Crimson Guard now on top of that ship. It's just ridiculous. There's plus 24 armor. They move forward, no glyph. They used it on the tier 2. They're going to lose a tier 3 here.
And with the healing ward behind, they can take this damage and not worry too much about a fight that may come after this. Juggle will be back full HP. I don't think they'll go back in right now. The Chronosphere comes back very fast. It's back now, so good damage, good kind of smart, calculated play from Will. They do what damage they can. They back off. They're still full HP. No chance of any kind of initiation from Voidboys, and now they're back to farming where they're heavily out farming their opponents.
Yeah, they're just taking away all the Voidboys jungle farm on the way out, and at the same moment, Voidboys are still like kind of moving together, prioritizing farm for kind of whoever's there at the lane and kind of needs it. Whereas Wheel are getting everyone farm all over the place. Lion, he's had Blink now, I assume, right? It's got to be here on the quarter flying out. There it is. Whee! Little toadstool guy. He's going to be delivering that bad boy, and now you got that goody initiation here, and it's not going to be easy though. Voidboys have been kind of moving as a pack, so it's not going to be the easiest grab, but if he can make it work here, they can find some good follow-up.
It means like the Void especially has to be a little bit more careful with his positioning. If he's trying to posture himself at the front lines and get that Chronosphere initiation off, the line could catch him with a Blink Hex Impale before a Dazzle or a Baton can react, because these supports are not have to react to a Blink line just yet, but with the Blink line you've got to play a lot closer to your Void, Troll, Sniper, and get rid of the Orchid or the Hex as soon as possible.
They want Troll. Backup is on the way, though. So if Relic does commit to something, he could be in for a rude awakening. But it looks like for now he'll just kind of slow down this push and step back. And now maybe they have eyes for him. And no, he'll play it safe and blink it away.
The big problem for Troll is like he's gone for this BKB, which I think was kind of needed, but he doesn't stand a chance of just fighting head-on against the Juggernaut, because Jug's gone for like the more kind of carry-oriented item with the Skadi pickup. So Patsol, the BKB doesn't help at all against the Jug, essentially. And
yeah.
Patsol had to go BKB for the Lion, for the Earthshaker, for the Queen of Pain, but yeah, he's going to just struggle to win kind of a carry-on-carry fight with this item pickup.
Sleesel just continues to take his advantage and push it even further here. He is top of your net worth right now at about 15k. Behind him, Troll at 12k. So pretty big chunk of change difference between the both of them, and that's a big damage item that's missing. But your Queen of Pain now, Relic, throws together an Agnum Scepter so he can effectively pretty much use his Sonic Wave at a moment's notice, whether for farming or for creep clearing, or even just kind of having it ready at each of the fight engagements here. They have Mike out in the front right here, which they're not afraid to kind of tantalize with him. He's a big boy. They are going to commit the chrono for just Mike here. Is help going to be nearby? Goody close, but not close enough quite. He does catch the stun on the Mercy Please. Mike does end up going down. Preemptive Shallow Grave on the Mercy Please, plus the BKB pop from Patsol does still get dropped. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade. They lose their Dazzle and their Void. Derp, good. Fissure Stun locks on Beyond, but Wheel are not going to pursue. Okay. They pull back with their advantage for now. They lose their Bristleback, but they still get the better of that fight.
Yeah, they'll check out Roshan, which isn't up just yet, but yeah, still they get the better of the fight, even with Mike getting caught out. Like, that's the kind of Cronus here Voidboys going to have to keep on going for. These just single target, let's get one kill and hope for the best. I think they could have chased more aggressively with Sleesel after that last fissure came out. It looked like they were just going to go for more, go for that sniper. He does have Phase, Sanj, and Yasha for movement speed, but Sleesel has great chasing potential himself.
Now you even have Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger ready to go. Their initiation is just on another level at this point that Voidboys can't compare to, so they're going to easily chop down this tier 2 bottom. That's all the outer towers now for Voidboys, so we look over at their vision, it's pretty dark. And at this point, if Wheel want to, they can just start, they can get a gem or just a couple of sentries, anything they want to kind of control the most of the map, which they have been. And they'll just slowly starve Voidboys out from the late game we were expecting to see with their drafting lineup.
Unfortunately for Will, they'd been poking around Roshan, hoping it would respawn after those kills, but it didn't happen. It's going to come up now, so that's going to be something that Will have the much better lineup, or they're in a much better position. They've got the map control and the farm to kind of take, but Voidboys being on that dire side, they can get in there, sneak in there. They may look to try and bring it down. It is a bit of a giveaway if they ever use Battle Trance to go for it, and that's where we'll make that quick beeline towards the pit.
Yeah, I mean, after the first time the Roche went down, I'm sure Voidboys are going to be second-guessing as far as making sure they have the right time to make it happen, and this looks like a bit of deja vu. They're going to smoke and go for it once more here.
Desperation play. They even Battle Trance. This should be obvious to Wheel, and yeah, they're picking it out.
They're there, but Relic, he's like, I'll just take your tier 3 top lane. You're not coming back to defend it. They do pop out the glyph. They know what's happening. They do get the Roche. Troll goes down, gets it. Mercy Please, quick rotation to the top. He's trying to take down Relic himself, but that's not happening. Bottom lane, though, they get a hold of Beyond. They're looking to take him down. The sniper's going to be caught out from the rest of Wheel. Sleesel's looking to chase him down. Doesn't want to be forced to use the Omni Slash here, but might have to. There it goes, and there goes the sniper. Good quick pick. They might have stopped him from being able to TP on out. Meanwhile, nearby, a couple of Voidboys scout out Relic here, but they have not been able to get anyone. They do get the Roche, and they get the Aegis, but at what cost, gods?
Yeah, it wasn't like half the HP of their top tower. They lose their sniper again, and having an Aegis on their side doesn't really give them that much of a better ability to fight or anything like that. So, if anything, Will may just keep on pressuring even into the Aegis here. They've just got such a big item advantage. Omni Slash on cooldown is probably the one big spell they're missing, and they're just going to back to the top tier 3.
Mike just wants this tower, and it gets denied. Not enough. Troll kind of getting in his face. He kind of wanted to see if he can dance around and get that last hit in, but it's not happening. But yeah, mid lane, Mercy Please in big trouble, eating lots of damage, barely healed up. Sacrificial possible chrono here as he is able to get Goody, but he is getting a lot of heals off. Sleesel trying to help him out with that ward, but there he does take him down. 2-man drop, both supports do go down for Wheel. Sleesel just looking to man up right here. Wants Mercy Please. Another grave to fly out, and he's like, okay, I can't get this. He spins, he makes his run away, but look who comes in from behind. Relic with a big Sonic Wave, but now he's in trouble. Committing in with the blink And now he can't get away, so he ends up being brought down. Sleesel on the long run, gets shot. Oh, blink forward, insta-bash from Pat Soul. RNGesus with him right now as he looks to just chop him down. Got him! Triple kill for Troll. Oh, man, one of the best scenarios you can ask for Voidboys at this point in the game.
These are big pickoffs they're getting to, and you're this far behind. That was a 6,000 gold swing, Dakota.
Man, oh, man.
Holy cow. And that's towers to follow. They've still got the Aegis. They can start pressuring some of these structures. That was just a bit... The fight was just all over the place for Will. They were trying to kind of split push top. They did get a ranged Rax while fighting mid lane. And just, it was too much of like this domino effect where they kind of went in one by one and tried to get a kill, but the Graves from a Mega Pona was what really baited Wheel to go for those kills. Some nice, well-timed Graves, and Queen of Pain, I think the one big Wheel hero who was probably most at fault for getting way too greedy there.
That Soul eager to charge forward. Would love to get that buyback to come out from Sleesel. Mike shows up, tries to go for him, but that is your Bristleback, so he's happy to tank that kind of a damage, and Voidboys second-guess their commitments here, and they decide to pull back. So no buyback is going to be coming out from Wheel. They force a rotation from Mike, but that's not too terrible, and they'll just kind of step away with their winnings here. So does this kind of even things up on the playing field, even though Voidboys do lose a Rax there at the top lane?
It's still very tough for them, I think. Yeah, and the gold graph is still showing like a 13,000 net worth lead for Wheel. This Aegis, once it expires, we're probably going to see Wheel look to take back control of the map, make some plays happen around the map, and it still does feel like it's very much in Will's control. Their supports offer a lot more in the late game. Like, yeah, the Voidboys have got some nice defensive potential from Graves, from shields to get rid of hexes and all that, but Earthshakers, Lions, these heroes, if they make a big play in a team fight, suddenly they're getting kills on their own. They're not just saving a teammate, they're taking out a big hero like a Sniper or a Troll Warlord in a fight with a Blink Echo Slam or a nice, well-timed multiple hero Impale Finger of Death. So, GoDz even has an Ag Scepter now, by the way.
I just saw that. That's pretty crazy.
I guess that's why you go minus on Lion, so you can have these items at 33 minutes.
Seems a bit intriguing to me, though. I mean, you're looking at a Faceless Void who, you know, speaking of item pickups, he got a Diffusal Blade just to kind of take it to the Ghost Scepter, I would assume. But no BKB, so Lion, you know, sometimes I would consider maybe a Yules just so you can throw them up in the air and stuff like that. But hey, I mean, I guess you want to get more spread of that burst damage. Why not, right? Pew pew. So we'll see.
Yeah, very spammable ultimate now as well. Just the well, once he gets level 16, it gets down to 20-second cooldown. And
you put on top of that the Sonic Wave. It's a lot of instant damage coming out. Voidboys better have their heals ready to go here. So this Abaddon, this Dazzle, they're going to be working overtime to try to make sure Voidboys can withstand the initial onslaught of the Wheel lineup here in the next fight. And for Sniper, SMY complete. He's got his orb. He's going for Scotty. He's got 3,300 gold saved up. Pretty respectable farm for him. And it is a Sniper after all. He's caused some of the longest games we can ask for as of recent. Great high ground defense. And Voidboys kind of, as long as they can hold on to him, could feel pretty good about what kind of defense they can build up here from Wheel.
Yeah, right. We've got 3 actual late game carries, which is something. And often the big problem is when you have too many carries in a late game setting, you can still lose to a team with fewer carries if they have better team fight. But Void's a carry who brings a ton of team fight potential because of Cronus here, especially if you go really late where he's got Ags and Refresher.
That is a sheep stick on Troll. Pat Soul.
That'll allow him to fight the Juggernaut, or he can find pickoffs on Jug, Queen of Pain. You blink Hex. This is an item which synergizes really nicely with the Blink Dagger, so I like that he went for this kind of... The Hex on its own is not as powerful, but with the Blink Dagger it becomes even better.
I'd love to see. I know usually that Phage guy is watching these matches, how many times a Troll picks up a Sheep Stick, but hold that thought, his Relic is in trouble. He uses the Sheep Stick, and my god, there is just nowhere Relic can go. Put on top of that the bashes that this Troll Warlord dishes out, it's ridiculous. So suddenly, now we'll know, Troll has a Sheep Stick, look out.
I think it's Havos from Na'Vi who really kind of popularized this build. He was going this all the time when he was playing Troll for a while. Loved to go for this Blink Dagger and then a late game Hex, but this is a lot faster on the Hex than I've seen most Trolls go. Normally it's been like a last item after maybe like the Skadi and Blink Dagger, but we'll see what Wheel can do. They've smoked up a few heroes, but with Queen of Pain on the sidelines, they don't really want to take a big team fight here. They're maybe just looking for a single target pickoff, which Mercy Please may grant them.
Sleesel on the road to pick up an Abyssal here. Whoa! Big finger flies out, and it looks like Mercy Please will go down. Big grab for them. That all led off from GoDz to set it up with his blink. And they get the quick takedown of the Voidboys Initiator here. He does have buyback. He's only out for a minute. It doesn't seem like it's enough to force Wheel to continue to push the pressure. But hey, they'll take a kill.
Yeah. Looks like we're already backing off, even after finding a pick off here. Not wanting to go for anything risky as far as the high ground sieges go. Sleazel back top, 4.3k. Probably the Abyssal. I don't know. Abyssal's nice and all, but I feel like he may even go for something a bit more defensive. We'll see. He's at the shop.
Can't really do a butterfly.
He buys a blink day.
Okay.
I think this makes more sense because his problem isn't lack of damage. And even you don't need lockdown, like the Abyssal lockdown through BKB when you've got Skadi and Sanjin Yashi. You've got slows from both these two items, so the Abyssal's like your very, very last item. So I think the Blink Daggers actually makes a lot of sense here.
Plus, you want to get that freaking little sniper here. You got to be able to get there somehow. So with it, meanwhile, Relic blasting down that mid lane, using the low cooldown of his Sonic Wave to do so, keeping pressure across the river because Roche time is a-coming, and the preparation's already out here for Voidboys as they de-ward that Imba ward there on the high ground, preventing Wheel from getting the extra bit of vision. They have a gem now in the hands of Fly, and with that, they can just try to take control back. But Wheel do have this nice, very aggressive ward up, even in the high ground. It's actually about to expire, though, it looks like, but
yeah.
They won't have that granted vision anymore. Smoke does come out here.
They're gonna
Voidboys are on the move.
Run directly. I'll find out Mike here, who does have a TP, but looks like he may get caught by a Blink Hex or a Chronosphere if he's not careful. And Queen of Pain.
Oh, got him. Okay. Yeah. All right. Relic. He's done for. There's just just the Troll Warlord ult, the right click for Mercy, and then Sniper showing up. There's just no chance right there. And
Radiant Vision is just nowhere to be seen. They can't see anything on the map. The gem is part of the reason, but I think they only took out the one ward with that. Yeah. There's more wards, I believe, on Earthshaker. No, they've actually just got no wards at their disposal. They're playing blind.
This is tough.
That's all there is. They've used up all the wards in the shop, so this is going to be very difficult for Wheel. They're going to have to stick together a lot more, maybe kind of group up and go for a smoke of their own, because Voidboys are going to take... We've seen how fast they can bring down that Roshan. Even if you know they're going for it, they bring it down in no time at all with the Battle Trance on Troll and Sniper.
So Voidboys got to be feeling pretty freaking comfortable here. Even Sniper picking up a Ghost Scepter. I don't know if he already had that or not, but to deal with the obvious physical output of the Jug, certainly necessary as they look to turn onto Mike. Mike just wants this Dazzle, but now they turn onto him. Pops his Crimson Guard. How much damage can he take, though? He is just trying his best, but the Chrono goes out. They want to get Derp, who tried to come in to help out. They will get him. Now they turn back towards Mike, and eventually he will go down. He's a big boy. He could take an ass beating, but enough is enough at one point. Now Voidboys just parade down this mid lane. And what started as Wheel being able to really come back after that huge Roche engagement at the start, now it's looking like Voidboys are on the comeback trail here. But GoDz going to try his best. He's split pushing this top lane. But now on the high ground, Pat Soul starts chopping away at the tier 3 in the Wheel base.
Yeah, Mike just kind of broke away there from, like, the plan for Wheel so far has mostly been pretty solid, but that was just, like, Mike wanted to go solo. He was done. Nice 2-hero finger, but he gets backtracked by Mercy, please. And Voidboys are on the high ground. Sleazel's like, I don't know what I can do here. There's going to be another Chronosphere in 10 seconds. We better go fast.
Yep, the dunk is down. They get the Sonic Wave off onto Mercy. Can't backtrack that one. Troll considers moving forward, but then quickly jukes back. Mike shows up, pops out. The slow, can't quite catch. Omni does catch beyond, though. Gets the Ghost at the end, but he's barely alive there. He'll get zapped from Relic. And now Chrono will fly, but he's caught inside of it. The stun was there. Now he's trying to run. Still good. Sleazel says, I see ya, and I got ya. They take down 2. Okay, a bit of a turnaround. Double kill for Relic right there. Wheel still showing that they are going to fight their way back into this game.
Yeah, they may go back down the other way. Sniper does not have a buyback. Void does, but he's got no Chronosphere, so...
But Roche is up also.
Yeah, either or is going to be a nice little pickup if they can get either the melee racks at top or tier 3 at mid. Roshan is your ideal target, and yep, they'll scout at Roche.
Yeah, they're going to go
Mike's
for it.
Mike's going to go for that.
Yeah. Sniper down, no buyback. Void could buy back, but without him out in the playing field, they don't have to worry about a whole lot.
I mentioned this is 2 teams who are pretty evenly matched, and we're seeing it here in Game 1.
Yeah, no, this is good. Yesterday, it was a bit of a stomp fest, not going to lie, but this one looking a little bit more close. There's going to be the sheep now complete on Relic, and ooh, they might get Fly here. Relic uses it right away. Gets the event pretty low. Not enough to trigger the borrowed time, though. And he'll walk back into the base towards his friends. But all right, Wheel back into the commanding seat at this point. They still hold a net worth advantage like they have for the majority of the game, but You know, it's been very back and forth from what we've seen. And Wheel being able to break high ground against this kind of a team is a whole nother challenge in itself, I feel, GoDz.
Yeah. They can't do... They're going to look to kind of split up again. Relic's considering going towards that top lane. I think they need to kind of stick as 5 to the extent that they're not grouping up for a Chronosphere, but that Earthshaker and Line are sitting behind 1 or 2 of the core heroes as they push, and then they're ready for that counter initiation. Only the Troll has a BKB on this dire side at the moment, so... As long as you can maybe just look to kite around the Troll wall, you can deal with a Void, with a Fissure, with Lockdown, with an Impale, Sniper, similar story.
It looks like Wheel want to do something surprising here. They have a smoke en route here. They even drew out where to bring the courier so they can use this smoke. Looking at the Voidboys' vision, they have no idea what's happening in their own jungle, so Wheel are in the dark.
I think the big play we'll have to make in these fights that it doesn't have to be like as a team, but one hero needs to just find the Dazzle and kill him. Don't let him get Graves.
He's
Queen
mid,
of Pain
though.
or someone.
Shows himself. They'll get him.
Yeah.
There it is. Fissure set up. Mike has to finish him off. Gets him down before the Grave can come out. That's a big pick for them. Dazzle does have buyback, but he will be out for a minute otherwise.
In some ways, it's like the most important pick off to start a team fight off with, I think. Mostly because it's a kill they can actually get. Like, you can't jump and expect to kill a 2.5k HP Troll.
Yeah.
The Void's going to have buyback. Dazzle does have buyback, but you take the Graves, you take the Weave out of the fight for a bit, the Vlad's Aura, the Medallion, and you're in a lot better of a position.
Derp hiding in the smoke territory, back and behind. Patsoul making the jump onto Cecil here. Oh, and a good chrono to set up, but it also catches Patsoul inside. Great Earth Spike and the finger. Dazzle does buy back for this. Mike still in there. Big echo from behind. There's a good preemptive grave on the Patsoul. Derp should go down to the right click as Sniper pops him down. Mike next does have Aegis. Cecil eats the cheese. Still alive, but he's very slow. Trying to Blade Fury away. Can't make it out. Unstoppable for Patsoul as now they look to open up onto Mike, and Mike is just going to get bashed and beaten here with nowhere to go. It's a slow and painful death for your Bristleback, and a double kill for Patsoul. Voidboys defend their high ground and now look to push it back the other way.
Oh yeah, this net worth graph has just been a bit misleading for some time. That team fight of Voidboys and the fact they've got these 3 big carries, all with Battle Trance. The Chronospheres from Mercy Please have been solid, and that's all you really need. You haven't need to see exceptional 5-hero Chronospheres. You just need to catch 1 or 2 of the core heroes in the front lines, and there's nothing really that can be done, even with the Troll being caught inside of that. The Void himself just does enough damage with the Sniper that even a trapped Troll, he just comes out afterwards, and then he fights.
Just so hard to get into frickin' high ground with a Sniper in the game. He could just sit by the throne even, wait out for the chrono, then decide to move forward and deal out the damage. It's just... seems to be really tough at this point for Wheel to try to get a hold of him and get past that point. But here we go, back the other side. Voidboys make their way into the base. The tier 3 was already brought down. Now the Rack's in trouble. They take out the range. Melee's going to be next. GoDz tries to slow him down. Good Earth Spike. Gets the finger off, but he could cost him his life, and it looks like it will. Mercy Please uses that low cooldown to pop off the chrono once more. Flies, borrowed time will be triggered here. Voidboys take their winnings, and they get the hell out.
Yeah, and they kind of knew they were going to back off anyways. It was tier 2 tower at top and bottom lane, so using a Chronosphere just for a support line is perfectly reasonable for them. They weren't going to look to take another lane with the Jug and Bristle respawning. So they'll get back out. They'll kind of stabilize and probably take these tier 2 towers now. There's the cooldown, the Aghanim's Chronosphere is just not really a cooldown at all. By the time they get to that tier 2 bottom tower, it's going to be up.
Whoops. Mercy Please gets himself stuck. No big deal. There's a force nearby from Fly. But yeah, now they're going to look to pressure this bottom. There's still actually a tier 2 standing down here for them to take. Just free and easy money if they want it. And, you know, Wheel, they'll just try to split push. Sleece will go into work here in the top lane. Nearby there is the infamous rune of double damage, which can be in game changer here.
Now, Sleece doesn't have a TP. That's something which Voidboys could have scouted out. And from their point of view, they can push this bottom lane, and if he commits the melee racks, they defend it with like 1 hero, maybe 2 heroes, while continuing to push. Because Jug, if he doesn't have a TP, Jug basically has to back off. Because even if he gets some melee racks up top, it's not worth it to lose another lane at bottom. So, good play from Voidboys, and they just keep pressuring things.
This troll is gross. Patsoul, Satanic Phase, SMY, his BKB still has 7 seconds to work with. Nice little early innovative grab of the Sheep Stick. And they're sitting pretty. Now Void going more utility here. He gets the AC. Oh, man. Minus armor now. Even easier to siege. They are just looking to finish out what we expected is a more dominant late game presence from their draft. Wheel, it's the clock ticks, and they're not able to get big pickoffs in the fights they want. It just feels like they have a a set date that they could expire.
Yeah. Sniper gets his next damage item. The MKB comes out. We've got 2.5k HP. This is not a sniper that you can just say, oh, all you got to do to beat the sniper is jump on him and he'll get taken out. He's got Skadi, SMY, and with the phase boots, he's super mobile, has the Ghost Scepter as well. There is just no way you can jump on it.
From a nearby support. I mean, as long as they have good positioning, you know, they'll have a support nearby as well just to help out in case things do get that grim for them. But I don't see that happening here. An early defensive weave does come out as they're anticipating maybe an all-in push from Wheel, or maybe they just look to push out this mid lane. But Wheel, I'd be very curious to see what the game plan is for him at this point.
Maybe, how many smokes do they have right now? It looks like they've got the one back at on the in the shop they can look to pick up. That's something which I think they're gonna have to pull out fairly soon and go for a big smoke play. But for now, they're looking to just settle down, make sure they have their buybacks, their whatever items they can get for the next fight, because Roshan isn't coming out for at least a minute and a half. So it's going to be around next Roshan when Wheel will feel pressured to make a move. But until then, they may just sit back a bit. Because if they go for a big smoke play, and let's say they kill 2 or 3 heroes, if those 2 or 3 heroes have buyback, they're not going to get a lane of racks off of it. They may force a buyback, but it's not really a big achievement. If they can get a Roshan off of like a smoke gank, then it's really big for them. So I think it maybe makes more sense to wait for around the time that Rosh will be respawning before they go for that smoke play.
Yeah, that is their best chance. Do a little bit of what we saw in the first Rosh of the game, where they really took the game back and held the momentum for quite a while, but eventually it's been Voidboys getting the best of it. And even look at this, more items coming online. You're a Baden. Now he has his own little halberd. Is going to be a bit troublesome here for Sleesel if he does get disarmed. Sleesel without the BKB here. Yep. Could get nerfed down pretty hard.
Will did pick up a gem, so they're looking to deny map vision from Voidboys. It's something really good to do at this stage of the game, even when you are playing from behind, and you want to react to your opponent's movements, and it just makes it so easy for Voidboys to know where it's safe to gank or move on the map when they've got this vision. So they've taken out some of the dire vision, but there's still a couple of wards up they've got to deal with, and well, we'll see them for now just control things here. Roshan coming up anytime in the next 3 minutes.
DD rune nearby.
Yeah.
Rune of many victories here, as we'll see. Just kind of ignored for now. Sniper does ping it out. No wait in reserve, as they have that vision to see if Wheel try to go for the Rosh themselves, but very reserved play from Wheel. You can definitely see a bit of different body language since that last clash on their mid lane push. Not looking to throw anything away from. At this point, if you lose one big team fight, then you're in buyback territory, and if you don't win that one, it's game over. It is a best of 3 though. Just our first series today, but it is elimination series here. The losing team will not be moving forward. We'll have to see. Smoke to come out, so this could be the smoke play here from Wheel.
Yep. Right around the Roshan respawn. Fortunately, it's quite a long Rosh respawn, so even if they win a fight, it won't be a Roshan to follow.
Uh-oh, Goody jumps in, gets to catch up Pat's soul. Do they have enough follow-up, though? I don't think so. There's going to be the shield. He's fine. Blocked out from the fissure. Mike continues to make his go on to him while Sleesel trying to get a move onto Mercy. Please, can he take the Void down? He can't. Chrono does come off. He does get him there at the last dying breath, though. Chrono goes. Pat Soul goes to town on the derp. Mike and Sleesel, though, show up. The DD rune will expire. Pat Soul is just beelining it there for Sleesel. Ends up turning onto Mike, and all the meanwhile beyond his sniper is just getting the follow-up damage from the back. It looks like eventually Wheel will be slowly brought down here. Mike just trying to make him take as long as possible, but eventually he will crumble. Only 2 stand here. No bike back on your derp Earthshaker, and Voidboys would love to force him to use that buyback.
Yeah, good. For that bottom lane, they do need the creeps to be on the high ground. Backdoor... No backdoor protection? Okay, not sure how that works, but...
Yeah, the creeps aren't really in the base.
Yeah, they were not in the base yet, but I don't know. Backdoor protection, one of the wonderful mysteries of Dota 2 that no one understands.
There's a lot of little loopholes I know of, but I didn't see any there. Yeah, as now Troll's just opening up on these racks, and well, there we go. Goody steps back, goes popped. Beyond in trouble. Weave is going to be there to help him out. Sleesel though now focused. Blade Fury. There goes the Sonic Wave. They get the kill on a Baden. But they end up losing Sleesel. Immediate buyback for him. Relic dancing forward. Omega Poner is trying to their best to zone the rest of them back from chasing out those cores beyond. Going for the escape. Gets fissured. Not going anywhere, boy. Derp looking to move on in, but he gets slowed. Pops his Ghost Scepter. Here comes Sleesel. Get the hell back over here, you little son of a gun. Makes the chase happen. Derp should have a fissure in 3. And eventually they will catch up. Double kill for Sleesel. And Wheels, desperate defense.
Okay.
They actually don't lose a Rax on the bottom. Just that tier 3. Rose should be up here. And they go right for it.
That'll be enough for Will there. That's a good defense for them. The Queen of Pain Sonic Wave killed the Abaddon when he had borrowed time up. The pure damage doing enough damage that his ulti didn't proc there. It just blew him up.
Man, they got to go quick. Pat Soul's nearby. He's got that blink and that sheep. They make the jump. Mercy, Chrono. Oh, Sleesel walks into it. Oh, bad timing for him. And he starts right-clicking onto him. Good fissure. Does block him back. Immediate Omni Slash to fly Abyssal midway through, but he soaks up most of the damage. Only brought down to half. Sleesel looking to finish him off, but he's able to time walk out from the pit. Meanwhile, Pat Soul going to town onto Mike. Mike eats the damage. Goody's still good. Jump in. Echo. Pat Soul goes down. Does have buyback. Beyond could be next. He goes down. That's a dieback for him. Another double kill for Sleesel. And they'll move back into the pit and finish off the Roche.
What in the wheel are we watching here? That was crazy. That dieback from Sniper could be really costly. Troll's gonna have a buyback if they go for a push now, but 90 seconds. Problem is, okay, top lane's actually pretty pushed out. They can defend the mid lane. They can make a move towards top with the Jug. He's the one with the Aegis now. Looks like he had to drop something to cover that, but hey, this is still on. Wheel not out of this game just yet.
Man, they are tenacious. They are not going out with a proper fight. As now they look to pressure mid. It's enough to force out the Pat Soul buyback here, but you still got an easy 70 seconds without the sniper. Can they make it happen? Chrono is up again. We'll have to see here. Mike is just going to be the enforcer, leading out the front charge. Sleesel as well, right behind him. But they have to have the support staff behind. Relic ready with his own sheep. Derp with the fissure in case the jump does happen. They're able to take down the top racks. Now they're going for mid. Still, 50 seconds, no sniper.
They need the sniper for the Chronosphere too, because the troll can't really do good damage in the Chronosphere. It's the sniper who sits back and right-clicks.
Oh man, Wheel, they're doing it, man. They're taking down the racks. They get the one. They're going to go for the second one here. This puts them ahead on paper. Mike already going for the bottom. They still have 30 seconds without the sniper.
Go. You can't wait at this point.
You gotta do something
Voidboys.
or you're gonna be at Megas. Okay, Troll gets Goody, takes him down. Does force out an early BKB. Oh, mercy, please. Gets the Chrono, catches both.
But he's hexed.
Oh, he gets hexed immediately. Relic in good position, waits on the outside now. Void without his BKB could go down. Sonic Wave blasts him. He's able to time walk away with the preemptive grave, but now they look to focus the rest. 7 seconds. Sniper will be back. They're looking to stall him out. Wheel. They look to focus. They take the tier 3. Mike trying to keep him back. Omni Slash goes out. Pat Soul wants to man up on Sleesel. Sniper is back. They gotta get what they can and get the hell out of here. There's a jump from Mercy, please. Needs more time for the Chrono. Purge onto Sleesel. Sleesel trying to run, but there's that sniper. He shoots him on down. That's gonna be the Aegis here. Sleesel looking to come back. No Omni Slash, no Abyssal Blade. Oh, the blink's not far enough. He still gets caught out. Tries to spin, but he will be brought down.
Oh, they're getting megas, though. Mike is just focusing the racks here with Relic. He blinks past. He's trying to cut him around. Throws a Sonic Wave and everything. Can they get this? Doesn't look like it. They'll lose Mike at this right here. He's trying to just go for the melee racks here. Queen of Pain will escape. Relic's out. Even if they don't get the racks, it's still okay for them. Jug without buyback. Still Siege Creeps working on this melee racks here.
They need to stop it. This is 1 racks away from Megas. And what looked like a commanding lead for a while from Voidboys. 1 dieback from a sniper trying to defend the Roche. And now look where we are. Cecil's still out for a minute without his buyback. But they are in a good position. They quickly push out these lanes. But Voidboys, is it like all-in territory here? They smoke up and they go charging down this mid lane.
Yeah, and this is a tough spot to be in because we'll have buybacks on Queen of Pain, Earthshaker, and Bristleback. Bristleback will probably have to use his to like defend against this push, but Queen of Pain has 2 lives, Earthshaker has 2 lives, so both these 2 heroes...
Oh, free Courier. Well, what did that Courier have? It had a Hyperstone and a bottle on it.
Hyperstone was for what?
That
Mike
was
to get
going to
his
Mike to his AC maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, a Rapier picked up from Pat Soul. This is the all-in.
They're going for this. They're going to go straight for the throne here. Jug's back in 20 though, and with the glyph available, Jug will be alive for this fight.
They're going to start working on these tier 4s. They're going for the jugular here. Mercy, please, waiting to see who pops out so we can set it up with the Chrono. They have to see now that Pat Soul has the Rapier. And they got to make this count. Tier 4 is going to drop pretty damn fast. Mercy, please, does get the catch of Chrono onto 2. Relic included. Derp. Fissure was already used. You can't stop him.
That's all right. He's got buyback, though.
Buyback comes out. Mike Swings back onto Mercy Please here. They play cautiously. Patzel waiting back. BKB pops. Liesel dishes out the Omni. Mercy Please very low. Still be to make it out, but there's going to be the Earth Spike catch. He's still good. Walking away. Dunk comes through. They finish out Mercy Please. And now they go. Patzel goes down. Rapier's on the deck. Wheel turning this game right back onto Voidboys. They wipe out 3. Omega Poner will be next, and so will Fly. A 5-man wipe, and it's over. Wheel, what a turnaround. Unbelievable stuff.
Oh, what a game 1 there. That was just such a back-and-forth affair. I mean, you had that great early game start for Wheel. It looked like they're in the driver's seat, got up to like a 20k net worth lead, and then suddenly it's like, wait, how are they going to win this game? Voidboys winning every fight. They pretty much brought it back to even. But, whew. That was exciting. Man. That's just game 1. That is game 1 of a best of 3 in the lower bracket, mind you, for Summit 3 America Phase 2. So I'm already exhausted. I'm a bit fatigued from that. I'm sure the teams feel the same way, but that's what I expect to see when 2 teams are fighting for their lives here in the tournament. That is ridiculous. Especially when you've got 2 spots for America in the Summit 3. So you got your EG and everyone's like, well, they'll just breeze through the winner bracket, but that second spot, who knows? You got Leviathans, you got Not Today, you got these teams here. Yeah, they're in the low bracket now, but if they make it through, to get some momentum going their way, any of these teams, I feel, is on equal footing and could take that second America slot. Ridiculous stuff. I hope for just an exciting game number 2 here to come up. It's Voidboys taking on Wheel. That match coming up next. And, well, I'm KotLGuy. That's GoDz. We're beyond the summit. Be back in just a moment with more Dota action.